Namaste, gods, goddesses, and emissaries of light. This is Dr. Tyen. If you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome, everyone. I just want to tell you, because of the great intensity of love that I have in my heart for all of you and my dedication to this channel, I really wanted to help some people out that may be experiencing interactions with the karmic flame, which we all have heard the term of as a karmic partner. Oh, this has been quite a journey for me on this twin flame journey, and I'm just going to do a transmission today. I'm not going to do any cards or anything like that. I'm just going to channel directly with source, connect with source, and just go into my sweet spot like I normally do. For those of you that are familiar with how I do things here, and just pull up a seat so I can talk to you. I want to tell you that there is a difference between a karmic flame and a twin flame. But on the surface, they can feel quite the same, because a karmic flame and a twin flame both have a magnetic pull when it comes to the connection. It's very intense, and for some it's very sexual, okay, in nature, very cardinal. More emphasis is put on the sexual encounter than it is in upbuilding and uplifting the relationship. A karmic flame or a karmic partner, it can be very deceiving, and it can be very easy to be misled into believing and thinking that you have a bona fide twin flame relationship. And this is the reason why I offer twin flame oracle readings, because it will identify if you're dealing with a bona fide 100% divine masculine, and so many of us are divine feminine. So many of us have been deceived. Okay, and let me emphasize, source says many of you have been thoroughly deceived into thinking that you have a divine masculine when really you have a karmic flame or a karmic partner. Okay, I'm going to give you some signs, and you can be the judge of whether or not you're dealing with a bona fide twin flame or a karmic flame. Karmic flames have that dark concubine energy. They want multiple partners. Normally, they'll keep you tied up in a third party energy. True twin flame, I repeat, a true twin flame will never have you in a third party energy. Now, you cannot say if you're twin flame and you break and they go on to their journey and they meet someone else that is a suitor, you can't really consider that a third party just because it's your twin flame. We are so quick to put labels on it because we feel like, because that's our twin flame, that we have some type of entitlement, some sense of entitlement because they're our twin flame. No, that is 3D matrix thinking, and that is ego. If they're with someone else, it doesn't necessarily make that person a third party. It just makes them their new suitor. Okay? Third party energy is while they're with you, they're with someone else. that dark concubine energy that Christ consciousness and unity consciousness does not allow. Unity consciousness is treating ones like you treat yourself, doing unto others as you will want done to yourself, and it's about sacred union.
Please do not misunderstand me. I am not saying that twin flames do not cheat. I am just saying that,
not the
as a
poly that
general rule of
everyone
thumb,
seems
they do
to
not
be
have
in. That's
you
dark
in a
energy,
third
and
party
no, it's
energy.
not of God. And I have had so many people argue with me. Well, it's in the Bible. God allowed David to have all those wives, and Moses had one wife, honey, and her name was Zipporah, and she was a Cushite. Moses did not have many wives. David, yes. Solomon, yes. But it doesn't mean that it was right. And God allowed it because back then we didn't have over almost 8 billion people on the earth. You see, this was closer to the beginning of time, and so he allowed it because it was for them to multiply and subdue the earth and fill the earth. But it doesn't mean that he condoned it. He allowed it. Allowing something and condoning and putting your stamp of approval on it are two different things. But we're not even going to talk about the God of the Bible anyway. That's a whole other topic of discussion. And the Bible is fucked up anyway. Let me not even get into the Bible. But for those of you that defend it, just know that it was allowed by the gods of your Bible. It was permitted, but not something that was condoned and honored. But anyhow, anyway, the karmic flame, they see nothing wrong with soul ties and picking up implants and having attachments with these other people. Another sign is that when you are in a karmic flame relationship, they're very selfish. A twin flame is selfless. Now, depending on where you meet your twin flame at on their spiritual awakening, it can be very confusing because for a twin flame that is unawakened, their unawakened selves, they can also be selfish. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not your twin flame. It just means that they're not awakened to their God selves and they're still vibrating out of their low vibrational frequency, which means that they're going to act like a karmic flame because they're not awakened. A karmic flame will never awaken to your union because it's only temporary and it doesn't last long. And then you can normally see things creep in to the relationship dynamic that are very toxic and unhealthy. Narcissistic abuse can come into play, but again, it also can happen in a twin flame relationship with someone who is unawakened and still pretty much are egoic and on an ego trip. Okay? But I can tell you, once you connect with your twin, what happens and what is the difference between the two is that you experience what is called a kundalini rising when you are sexually intimate with this person. And during this kundalini rising, they will have what is called a spiritual awakening. When you're intimate with your karmic flame, there is not a kundalini rising to awaken them to their higher self. Now, there can be an alignment of the chakras while you're having sex, but they will not fully have that snake rise up within them to awaken them to their divine purpose because they are used by dark forces to keep you stuck, to keep you distracted from your journey, and to keep you from coming back to one source in unity with the divine masculine and the divine feminine that is within. it looks like a lot of confusion and chaos. And again, there are so many red flags with a karmic flame. When you feel drained just by interacting with this person, this lets you know that this person is a karmic. This person is a karmic flame. Your interactions with your divine masculine or divine feminine should be uplifting, and it should be high vibrational, and it should be uplifting of spirit, love, and light. Your twin, their aura should be very healing to you, and it should feel very much like home. When you keep bumping heads constantly, then you should begin to question who this person is to you. Another thing I want to say, and hear me out, and hear me very clearly, a karmic flame will reject you multiple times. They will reject you. They're supposed to reject you. Because it's not in alignment with your divine purpose. It's not in alignment with source. Anytime anyone rejects you, even your twin flame, because I know that you can get rejected by your twin flame, because I have been rejected by him. It is for one or two reasons. It is, number one reason, because you're not in alignment, okay? And two, it is because they are supposed to vibrate out of your experience, because they are not your twin. And if you are dealing with your twin and your twin rejects you, is because there is still some inner wounds or past life traumas that needs to be healed. And sometimes the reason why we come together with our twins prematurely, and when I say prematurely, is like before it was written in the book of destiny, or before our timelines, before we should meet, is because sometimes we come together because of trauma bonding, because our twin soul is calling out to us early to come in to help to heal them. Now, if you're coming in early into this dynamic and they're pulling from your solar plexus, then you are to immediately break off the connection, because that means that they are becoming to you like a spiritual parasite, and they're leeching off of your energy, and they need to learn how to tap into their own light, their Christed heart, and to push their own inner light out, and to depend only on self and not have a codependency upon you. Yes, twin flames can have codependency issues and attachment issues as well as the karmic flame. But the difference between the twin and the karmic is that when a twin flame have a codependency issue on you, or a codependency problem, it is because they have not awakened to who they are yet. And once they awaken, they will quit the codependency, and normally they will detach away from the relationship or the union while they're in their awakening state, depending on your soul contract. But as a karmic flame, they're going to continue to leech onto you until they no longer have a need for you. Okay? And you're going to keep wondering, well, why can't this person leave me alone? Or why can't I leave this person alone? It's because you have something that they want. And that's your energy. They become like a spiritual vampire, and they drain you. And that is their purpose. And you know what? They're not even aware of what they're doing. You see. Twin flames in this journey has gotten a bad rap because a lot of us have mistaken a karmic partner as a twin flame. Now, let's get deeper into this. Your twin flame and you can have a lot of karma that you did not work out in previous lives that you have to work out in this lifetime, and it can be a very compounding situation between the two of you. It can be very difficult for the two of you because of the karma. And that is the reason why you work on yourself spiritually. That is another reason why I offer a shamanic healing that is called the violet flame. The violet flame is activated by Saint Germain. I work with this ascended master when I am doing the shamanic healing. I call upon him. I invoke him. And we together help the twins to clear out the karma with radical forgiveness and unconditional love for one another. Why is this so important? A lot of you guys are on this journey and you're shooting arrows in the dark. And you're still wondering why you're not in 3D union or why your twin has not healed. Because there are prerequisites that are required that you are unaware of, that are necessary in order for you to be in alignment so you can have 3D union. If you are not aware, then you're going to continue to keep spinning your wheels in the dark. You're going to continue to spiral out of control because you are out of alignment. You see, the only reason why you and your twin flame are not in a physical 3D union is because you both are not in alignment with one another, and there is still some things that need to be worked through or worked on. Now, there are some of you, like me and my twin, who have signed the soul contract that while he is doing his healing and he's learning self-love, that we were going to be separated. We were not going to be together while he went through this healing transformation, and vice versa. I agreed that when I went through my healing of my trauma and my wounds, that we were not going to be together, that we were going to go at this separately. And I'm completely content with knowing my soul contract because I got the blueprint through my twin flame oracle reading. I got the blueprint. I know what our karma is because what I do is I combine numerology and I combine tarot and oracle cards to do a deep analysis on what the karma is that you two need to work out between each other, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what you need to do to heal each other in order for you to come back into a 3D union. And let me tell you, for about 90% of the people that I have done twin flame oracle readings for, 90% of them already are back in 3D union with their twin. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. How are you going to go to bat, or how are you going to go to battle the enemy when you don't know what weapons they're using? How are you going to defend yourself? That is the reason why, as a healer, I am here to help you guys to overcome the obstacles that are on this journey and to help to lighten your load. When I began this journey, I had no help. I didn't know nothing about a twin flame. All I knew is that I had a divine counterpart because that's what Jophiel had told me that we were. I seen our alchemical marriage in heaven. I was there. I witnessed it all. I even seen our separation of how we got split and everything. And it was a privilege for me to be taken into the higher realms by Raphael, Archangel Raphael, to see and witness me and my twin in the beginning with Source. This is how I know he's my real twin, because unlike the 3D realm, things can be very confusing, and we can, it's an illusion. But the spiritual realm is not an illusion. When you are able to go into the higher realms, there's nothing but truth. And what you're seeing playing out before your eyes is real. I went back in time. I time traveled. All I thought I was doing for the day was just going into meditation. And Raphael said, no, I'm going to take you somewhere. And all I knew is I was before Source, and I was learning how to say the name properly because I've been saying the name wrong. And I was just sitting there first trying to get the name right, because that was the first time I heard it in my language, the very name of Elohim, which is Yod-Heh-Vah-Heh. So your karmic flame doesn't really love you. They lust you. And when they are fully satisfied with their appetite, they will discard you like you're nothing. Your twin flame could possibly reject you and discard you like nothing as well, but you will always feel that intensity of that connection, and you will always feel them around. You will always feel them in spirit. They will always have some type of form of communication with you, whether it's telepathically or whether it is them reaching out to you on social media or them calling you. But twin flames cannot stand to be a part. I repeat, twin flames cannot stand to be a part. They have to be connected with you some way, somehow. They are connected with you in the 5D, but I'm saying even in the 3D, they have to have some type of form of communication with you, even in the 3D too. Don't get it twisted. You ain't gonna have no twin flame and you not be connected in 20 years. No, that's not a twin flame, that's karmic. Because a twin flame, I'm going to explain something to you spiritual. You guys have what is called a silver cord that is connected to you to pull you to each other by Source. And that's how I know that there's no way on God's green earth, brown earth, yellow earth, green, white, blue, that you and your twin flame are true twin flames, and it's been 20 years since you've spoken. There's no way. There is no way. And that cord, that silver cord, cannot be broken. You cannot cut that cord. Okay? That cord is there for a reason. That is a permanent bond that binds you together forever, for infinity times infinity. And if you incarnate, no matter where you are at, whether it's on the earth or other planets, you will always be incarnated together. Wherever that person goes, that's where you go. And you both decide where you're going together, because you are basically together. Why? Because you're one soul. Why would you be on one planet and the other soul be on another planet? That's crazy. You'll experience a soul death. And it's not going to happen. So anyway, let me not get too deep into the metaphysical portion of this, but just give you enough information so you will know that karmic flames are only temporary. Okay, now have people been with karmic flames for years? Yes. Why? Because you haven't learned your lesson or your lessons. When you learn your lessons, that's when you move on to your blessings. And the reason why people are with these karmic flames for years is because you're still learning your lessons. When you know better, you do better. Okay? And then you can move onward and upward to bigger and better things. Can karmic flames be your husband or your wife? Yes. Why not? Can they be baby mama or baby daddy? Yes, of course. They're only here to teach you lessons. Once you learn your lessons, you get a chance to move onward and upward. With twin flames, when you learn your lessons together or, individually, you guys move onward and upward, but you're always moving towards union. That is always the ultimate focus, and that is always the ultimate goal. If you are with a twin flame and they don't want you anymore, because they do have free will, then chances are this person is not your twin flame. Or you guys agree to just be platonic in this lifetime and not lovers. And the only time that ever happens is if you're not mastering this lifetime together. Most of the twin flames that are here are the 144,000 that will master and ascend in this lifetime. There is some new twins that are being added to the fold that are, I would say, new souls. And they're not mastering this lifetime. How can you master a lifetime when you're a brand new soul and you haven't even lived a prior life? No, there has been some new souls that have come in that have been gifted with being twins because some other twins failed their mission. Because we all have free will. We all have free choice, you guys. Now, a twin flame walk-in, let's talk about that. And then I'll close this out. A twin flame walk-in, when a twin flame walk-in walks in, it's just basically a fragment of it's a soul fragment of your twin that has been placed in the incarnation of another person just in case they separate from you. And you need to have that portion of that person at the time. And they cannot avail themselves to you because they're in a karmic relationship with someone else. But they love you so much that they did not want to leave you entirely. So they will put a fragment of themselves into this twin flame walk-in. This twin flame walk-in should be very liberating to you, very healing to you. You really shouldn't have karma between the twin flame walk-in. But if you still have karma with your twin, then that will play out in that relationship dynamic. And it will also look like a karmic flame relationship. 9 times out of 10, though, when a twin flame walk-in comes in, it is someone that is highly evolved spiritually. That is the agreement. They're supposed to come in when they're their highly evolved selves, not when they're on the 3D. If they're on the 3D, chances are this person is a karmic flame. A twin flame walk-in will probably even be more elevated than your twin, as far as spirituality is concerned. They are more tapped into then on their God frequency because you pulled them in based off of your alignment with your chakras aligning with theirs. Does that make sense? These relationships are here to heal you, not kill you. Not here to butcher and slaughter your heart. They're supposed to be very healing and nourishing to your soul. Very much like home, like your twin. It will feel just like how it feels with your twin. It will be just as intense sexually, just as intense emotionally. But in your heart of hearts, you will know that it's only temporary until your twin get their ish together. Okay? And I have come to the conclusion of this transmission. It is a good karma to like, share, comment, subscribe, leave a love donation if you feel inclined to, or you can purchase a gift from my wish list and it will appear on Amazon. I now